How's it going today, everybody? This is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So today I want to talk about grip pressure. I know that a lot of times people are throwing with two different styles of grip with the thumb. You know, some people like to throw, with the thumb flat on the disc and then pressuring down with the pad. And then you have other people who are throwing, the thumb up, which kind of pulls up the pad, so you're not getting as much pressure on the pad. You're pretty much putting all the pressure on the thumb. I recommend, if you've been throwing with your thumb flat and, palm down tight, I recommend trying to throw with your thumb up higher, pushing down. For me, whenever I've thrown, back when I started, I used to throw, with a flat thumb on top. I never seemed to be able to get good pressure pushing with the thumb throwing this way. It always just doesn't seem I have good power on the disc, and it puts so much pressure, you're pushing down here, but it puts the pressure right into your wrist. I don't know if you've noticed that, but like when you're pushing down this way, it puts a lot more pressure into the wrist. So for me, it's harder to push the disc down, the nose down, because of that. Because you're pushing with the thumb and the pad down, it puts the pressure right back into your wrist. So it's just harder for me to push the nose of the disc down. If the nose is up, you got to push it down, but it just feels like I have resistance, from that grip pressure. The other thing I've noticed is it doesn't seem to give me as much spin on the disc. When you throw the disc and it comes out, as it comes from 9 o'clock to 12, you got to generate spin. So you're trying to hold really tight with your hand, because that's where the spin comes from, is from it going from 9 o'clock to 12. So I don't, seems to get as much spin on the disc when I throw my disc, with the palm flat and the finger flat. So if you're throwing like this, I recommend trying the thumb up. I like to bring it up real high, and it'll kind of gap underneath, so that way you can push down harder. So now all the pressure on holding the disc is on my thumb, and it loosens up my wrist. I can push the disc down easier with my thumb up high. That's the first thing I noticed when I switched, was it's a lot easier getting the disc down, because it changes how, the grip pressure is. Because I'm getting the grip pressure from my hand, and I'm not using my wrist. If you got your hand flat, you're using the muscles coming off the wrist to help push down. So with the thumb up high, it just seems to loosen up my wrist better. Also, I've noticed that I get a lot more spin on the disc with the thumb up high also. Because the pressure's up high, when the disc comes out, 9 o'clock to 12, that rotation, because there's more tension, because I'm only pushing down with my thumb, it just seems like I get more spin on the disc when I release it. So if you've been throwing, with, this style with the hand flat, I recommend trying with the thumb up. And you might find that it works better for you, because like I say, it really seems a lot easier to throw the disc, because it really loosens up your wrist. So anyway, it's just a thought on, grip pressure You know, either a flat thumb or do you go with the thumb up? So anyways, this is Michael from Maui. Aloha. Don't forget to subscribe.